there, you, and welcome to a Chaos-held trench line that's about to be swarmed by 3 million Tyranids. Will the Chaos be able to hold the line against the oncoming onslaught, or will they be assimilated into the vast mass of the Tyranid horde? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the channel. Now, let's get on with the battle. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Today is going to be an absolutely spicy fight that we've got for you. Just shy of 3 million Tyranids here, about to charge this very well fortified Chaos Trench. You can see that we got the Black Legion here. We got Renegade Gunners, Artillery, we got the works today. Oh, and the Tyranids are just going to throw themselves at this wantonly, and we're just going to get some magnificent piles of architecture here today. Look at that magnificent bolt of fire just ripping up and down the line here. Thousands and thousands of Tyranids are falling where they stand as they try to swarm desperately here into the Chaos lines. Now we have got Chaos Warriors and things like that, so we might get a little bit of a counter charge coming out from the Chaos trench line. But for now, the Tyranids are more than happy to just throw themselves front line as the Renegade Gunners here definitely trying to hold back the massive swarms of Hormagauds and Warriors that are coming at them now. The Brood Warriors, ladies and gentlemen, they do not mess about when it comes to melee combat. They will absolutely rip and tear anything open, and trust me, this swarm has got a lot of Warriors and a lot of Hormagauds, as you can see they're just stretching off into the distance. The Chaos do only have so many units here, so the Tyranids might actually be able to start outflanking them eventually. But look at this. The corpse is already starting to rain down here. Oh man, they're trying to push the trench line. This is a narrow field of fire. Brood Warrior slowly making his way forward as the bodies start to pile up already. But yeah, the Black Legion's bolt of fire here is going to be invaluable in helping to take down some of these Brood Warriors, because the Renegade Gunners' auto guns are just simply not going to be enough. And you can see that the Tyranids are really hammering that front line of the Chaos. Oh man, goo is starting to fill the trench little by little. That artillery hammering home. But the Chaos are holding. Oh, despite the insane, overwhelming numbers that are being flung at them at the moment, they are holding. 10,000 Chaos have lost a life, but we're coming up to 220,000 Tyranids. Man, oh man. There's still a good 50,000 Chaos defending here. Now, most of the death is going to be from the guys that are stuck on the opposite side of the trench, trying to defend the outside. There's still a lot of firepower on the back lines here for Chaos. Looks like the Tyranids are really struggling to push this center part here. Lots and lots of overlapping bolter fire, as well as the artillery really lending its fire support. Chaos not budging any inch. Oh man, look at all these piles already starting to form. It's already almost covering up the entire bunker that is here. But slowly but surely, our trench is starting to fill up here with the goo of the enemy. I mean, look at this. The enemy now starting to fill up the trench. But the Tyranids here today, they're going to have to build basically bridges to get across the trench out of their own dead. It's going to get turned into a brutal fight. Oh, maybe the artillery will just fling them over to the other side. Look at this. Oh man, we're getting really deep here. Praise be to little Timmy. Get out the rubber dinghy. Fun for the entire family there, ladies and gentlemen. Creating a lovely little river network here. Chaos Architects hard at work at the moment. Oh man, the bodies are starting to pile in. Look at this, Tyranids trying to make their way across. We have got a Chaos counter charge here though. Bunch of Chaos Warriors looking to take the fight right back to the Tyranid horde. They've managed to push up and out of the trench. We'll have to come back and see how these guys get on. But the rest of the Tyranid horde is trying to swarm forward, man. Look at that battle stretching off into the distance. That looks so cool. But we are doing all right so far, if you're a fan of the Chaos. If you're a fan of the Tyranids, we're taking a few losses. But it's nothing that can't be reclaimed if we should win the battle. Man, oh man, we really are starting to get some really magnificent piles here. Someone's got to tell Brittany, tell her to come and collect the bodies. Because, my, look at all these. We're barely a few minutes into the fight and already the death toll is going insane as we're rapidly approaching 500,000. Oh no, the poor Chaos at the front here. They're starting to drown in the blood of the Tyranids. It's a little bit too much for them. Oh man, look at that all-out assault though. Chaos is starting to wane in areas. taking too many losses. It doesn't look like, though, again, we're starting to get this Chaos countercharge. A favoured old tactic of the Chaos, this is. They seem to hold units back on the back lines, and then just as the enemy seems to about to capitulate the front line, this rush of heavy armoured warriors just comes forward and starts taking the fight to the enemy suddenly. I mean, look at this. They've actually pushed the Tyranids back out to the trench line. Man, that artillery just doing its work here. Abaddon would be proud. But we have created a temporary block here at the moment. Like I said, the Tyranids are basically going to have to pile up the corpses to be able to get across this. We're going to have some magnificent corpse architecture. How are we doing on the far flank, guys? So yeah, we have got more Tyranids trying to push around now. But again, the counter-charge here by the Chaos has been largely successful, pushing the Tyranids back away from the main trench line, stopping them, building up them corpse piles, that will allow them to get across to the other side. And it looks like the Tyranids are starting to run out of Brood Warriors on this flank. It's largely Hormagaunts. And the Chaos Warriors are going to have a bit of a field day there, methinks. Up and down the line, though, the Black Legion still lending them fire support. Looks like they've actually pushed up a little bit here to try and help out the Chaos Warriors that are surging forward. Man, I just love Tyranids. I think Orcs and Tyranids are some of my favourite swarms in this game. You know, it's really awesome to see them. As well as the Tyranids, man. You just have these insane numbers on the side all the time. I mean, this is supposedly a relatively small Tyranid force, 3 million, you know. Oh, man. Look at that front line. Just explosions everywhere as these lumbering, gigantic bugs come over with razor-sharp teeth, able to easily penetrate some of the Space Marine army here. But just the relentless numbers of them pushing forward, man. Look at this from the Tyranid perspective. It's absolute insanity. There's just explosions across the line. But again, the Chaos have held firm so far. Look at this, though. The Tyranids finally managed to build up enough bodies to fill in the trench line, and are now forcing their units along it. Does appear to have happened on this side as well. That's going to happen more and more up and down the line here, as we're rapidly approaching 750,000 kills for the Chaos. 31,000 kills to the Tyranids so far. Does look like we're starting to get outflanked a little bit. Man, oh man, look at the amount of Brood Warriors on this side. That is a deadly combination here. The Renegade Gunners trying the best to hold back these swarms, but the firepower is just not enough on the flank. We need more artillery support. We have got a couple of artillery guns that are just down the line, but they're clearly focusing on the front at the moment, as the Tyranids are actually pushing across, and we've filled it back. You can't even see the trench line anymore. There is no trench anymore. It's just disappeared, quite literally in places. The Tyranid assault is starting to gain a slight momentum here, though. But again, these countercharges from the Chaos with the heavier units have been really effective in holding back large amounts of the Tyranid force. What we need to do is focus some of these Brood Warriors down, because the Brood Warriors are really, really good at being able to take out Space Marines, especially in this game. Oh man, look at that. The entire left side of the Chaos flank has collapsed now, and the Tyranids are coming in for the complete swarm. We have got Chaos Marauders, though, coming in for that counter-charge. Hopefully they'll be able to push them back and hold them back just a little bit. In fact, we have got quite a few melee stuck on the back line still. Chaos doing its old tactic, keeping all its heavy units back, waiting for the moment to strike here. But the flanks are looking deadly. Again, look, a bunch of heavy Marauders here stuck at the back line. Really interesting tactic that Chaos always manages to pull this off, and I don't know how they do it. No other unit seems to be able to, no other team seems to do it like the Chaos. I guess it's because the Chaos Warriors are much slower, much more heavy and lumbering. So yeah, they're not as rapidly as responding, but my gosh, when they get to the front line, are they absolutely devastating here. As we're roughly now approaching 900,000 kills to the Chaos army. Just an insane number. I mean, look at this difference the Marauders have already made. Building up a pile of corpses at the feet here, slowly actually pushing the Tyranid flanking maneuver back a little bit. Kind of impressive. More and more are actually adding their weight to this. Like I said, we have got a really large amount of Chaos Melee troops still left at the back. The Tyranids, though, trying to grind down the Black Legion at the moment, and they've actually managed to push across the trench line in some areas. Again, things like this. It's amazing that Chaos have held this front part of the trench for so long. Quite impressive, actually. But this Tyranid swarm is absolutely relentless. Look at them. Building up all the bodies here. Just pushed across the entire trench. There is no trench. There's just no trench anymore. We've made an island here. A Chaos Island that even the Tyranids are struggling to get to. Look at this. Oh, man, that's so deep there that the Tyranids are having to path around it. We literally made an island. That's insane. Are we going to get up to 1 million kills, though, here? We're coming down to the last 13,000 Chaos. They have got a lot of heavy troops, though. Here we go. A Marauder countercharge, protecting that rear, fighting in the goo. Oh, man, that is horrific. But I've got to say, this is actually kind of good for the Chaos, because they'll be able to pile up the Tyranid corpses and stand on top of them. No risk of drowning to the Chaos there. How's the front line doing in other places, though? Oh, man, look, yeah, the Tyranids have actually been struggling. Oh, it does look like we've got a little bit of a gap there. This is going to get exploited rather quickly. Yeah, look at that. As soon as a little pathway, as soon as one of them was able to get across, the rest of them now are trying to make the same path. We've got to keep an eye on this flank as well, though. The Marauders have been doing a real good job of holding it back so far, but I think, little by little, the Tyranids are chewing it up and spitting it out. It has been a deadly fight over here. Again, the trench line has completely disappeared. I mean, we can sort of see the remnants of it. Look! Oh, man, this is the trench. We are in the middle of the trench here. That's insane. And look at that Tyranid swarm still, man. It's absolutely massive. 1.6 million of them remaining. The Chaos, though, have done a real good job so far of holding back the swarms here. Really interested to actually see how many kills the Chaos get. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to hold this trench line, but they've certainly got a lot of heavy units left. Maybe if we kill plenty of the Brood Warriors. If we kill enough of the Brood Warriors, the Chaos Melee should have a much better chance at being able to counter this current charge. We still have got a heck of a lot of Black Legion on the field as well. And that bolt of fire cannot be underestimated at all. Again, more Marauders waiting there to get to that front line. Does look like, though, that we've lost the island that we built. The Tyranids now control it, trying to push all their forces across it. But yeah, again, lots and lots of Black Legion in this area. Coming down to the last 7,000 of the Chaos Defenders. How's the front line on this side doing, guys? Again, look at these Chaos Warriors, man. They've just been holding this line back for ages. They're really strong, heavy units. But yeah, the Tyranids using their superior numbers here to just wrap around and envelop their enemies. We are going to get some sort of crazy last stand here from the Chaos, I do feel. More and more Marauders come to the front line, trying to lend that fire support. Well, not fire support, really. It's axe support. Doesn't sound as good, though. Axe support, does it? Sword support? They don't have swords, though. Oh, man. I love me a Tyranid swarm. So this map's actually really cool as well. I love the trench networks. It's just a thing that it's hard to get large armies on this map, because the trenches really do block some of their attack angles. And it's really hard to actually build out a defense, because we just don't have this. You can only put down 18 units in this game. And yeah, putting down 18 units, it's just not enough. I've got 17 units of Chaos here, and we were only able to defend this small stretch of land. Oh man, look at this. The enveloping effect, though, now of the Tyranids is really starting to take a hold here. They've just deadly swarming. That's it. Get all the biomass you can, ladies and gentlemen. Gobble it all up, send it back to the mothership. Let's get these Black Legion converted into some horrible, organic, monstrous killing machine. Oh, what I'm going to quickly do is I'm just going to time-lapse this last little bit here as we wait for the Tyranids to close the gap. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The last 55 of the Chaos Horde now. The Tyranids completely surrounding them. Of course, the Black Legion here. Standing back to back, bolters still blazing out death. But yes, the relentless horde of the Tyranids, unfortunately, was too consuming. I mean, they literally made the trench line disappear here, ladies and gentlemen. That is kind of impressive. But as always, all good things must come to an end, ladies and gentlemen. And so must this fight. As always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who helped keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not click the join button down below? And while you're at it, go ahead and get your Death Before Dishonored hoodies available in the Chaotic Pinky store now. With all that being said, as always, until next time,